Hey everybody, welcome to EmpireCV.tv. This week we've got Amazing Spider-Man, we've got Green Lantern, you've got Feathers, which was a really fun book, Birthright, lots of great stuff this week, plus a special offer on a book, 2 books actually, that we'll tell you more about because I loved it and I think you're going to like it too. This week at Empire we have the book club going on, so Thursday the 8th we're going to be reading Lock and Key. If you have it and you want to come down and talk about it, there's still time to pick one up and come on in. The book is fantastic. Jake's been raving about it. Finally sat down and read it, and I absolutely loved it. I'm going to digest the next 6 like you wouldn't believe. It's really, really good. That's this Thursday, the 8th at 6:30. So, on to the books this week. Death of Wolverine. It continues. It's wrapping up soon, though. This one leads into Logan Legacy, which then leads into Wolverines. And here you've got everybody essentially related to Wolverine. People from the Weapon X program that we've just been introduced to. You've got Mystique, Sabretooth, X-23, Lady Deathstrike, all of them versus the Wrecking Crew. I was sold there. I wasn't sold with the Wolverine stuff. But, you know, I'm happy that Wolverine's gone. I love him. Give me a few years without him, and I think I'll like him again. Starlord, that is an amazing cover. It's Kitty. I mean, that is just fantastic. And of course, they're tying everything together from the movies, making it all recognizable. So of course, you'll see the Gamora scene from Guardians. If you haven't seen it yet, you really need to make that your resolution for 2015. Starlord is captured. Who's going to come to his rescue? Of course, it's going to be Kitty. And then, of course, you know, they're in love. They do what lovebirds do. Hulk. He is after all of the gamma radiant people. He's going to take care of them. He's going to cure them. He's going to make sure that no more Hulk clones, I guess, are out there rampaging and being destructive. In this one, he goes up against Red Hulk, and he knows he can't necessarily take Red Hulk, so he's got a few tricks up his sleeve. And then it leaves it with an appearance by somebody who will be coming in next issue, our ever-loving green-skinned Shulky, Agent Carter. If you guys are looking forward to the new television show, it starts tonight. I'm really looking forward to it. The S.H.I.E.L.D. series started out rocky in Season 1, got really great by the end of Season 1, but 2 has been fantastic. And they're doing such a good job of laying the groundwork for what's coming in the movies. The end of Season 2, essentially, I don't want to say anything, but it really expands the world, lays the seeds for Avengers, and a lot of the other things that they have coming. So, you can find out more about Agent Carter in the actual Marvel Universe right here. Unbeatable Squirrel Girl. It's just fun. It's ridiculous. It's over the top. She's fighting Kraven, and in the next issue, she is fighting Galactus. So it's a good thing that she's unbeatable. These 2 wacky guys together, Hawkeye and Deadpool. Final issue, because you demanded it. Ant-Man #1. This is really a setup. There's some action, but a lot of this introduces you to Lang, gives you a lot of the backstory. Tony's in there, and it's just kind of setting the pace for Ant-Man. And of course, this is perfectly timed because we're going to have the Ant-Man movie later on this year. Angela, I was really surprised with this. I didn't appreciate her very much in Guardians because all she did is show up and start attacking people. This one really gives us a lot of groundwork on her. We know that she is an Asgardian. She was stolen by the Angels, raised as one of them, raised to hate the Asgardians, but we find out in this one that she has a sister, that she's half veneer, and of course she steals her baby sister and tries to run. That of course leaves all of the forces of Asgard hot on her tail. Great Jimenez artwork and a really fun script. That looks like the Hellfire Club, doesn't it? But it is not. It is the Inheritors. They're killing off Spider-Man all over the Spider-Verse. Spider-Man, Superior Spider-Man, Spider-Ham, they're all together trying to survive. Tons of them are dead. Now it's coming down to the final confrontation with these people. Peter, our Peter, 616 Peter, only one to ever take an Inheritor out. So of course they rally around him as essentially their godhead. Continues here. Coipel's artwork, beautiful. And Slott is continuing to do a fantastic job writing Peter. Lobo versus Superman. If you are in need of a little bit of sexy Lobo, this is the place. He is not the big, burly, over-the-top guy that we know about. He is rockabilly, slim and trim Lobo. So you might care. Green Lantern, Godhead just came to an end. Got revealed that Carol is now with Kyle. Hal didn't seem to care too much, and it's probably because he's got so many people out there in the universe to bully that he doesn't have time for a romantic relationship. So good job, Hal. losing Carol like that. And good for you, Rainer. Justice League 3000, one of my favorite books. I'm going to enjoy it while it lasts. The artwork is beautiful. Giffen is just a comedy genius, but he's also great at just telling good superhero fun stories. Brings Booster and Beetle to the 30th century, or year to 3000, sorry. They wake up in a cryo freeze, have no idea what they're doing there, and now it's a mad scramble for them to get off Earth, which is now a prison planet, and ultimately back home. So they're going to be joining up with the Justice League, and they alone are worth reading, but Booster and Blue Beetle, why can I not remember that? Oh, and did you guys see the thing with Franco and Rogen? Is that his name? That would be perfect. Rogen would make a great Blue Beetle, somewhat out of shape, not really all there, but perfect for comedy, and Franco would be fabulous as Booster Gold. God, they need to make that happen. We're finding out that Hush is not behind all the things happening to Batman during the Eternal. We think it might be Riddler. Of course, that gets debunked last issue. And now Batman is left with an avalanche falling on top of him. Evidently, Riddler has never met him because he really thought that would stop him. Future's End. This is sequel. And she is the most powerful child on the planet. We've also got Frankenstein, Amethyst. You've got Shade. Such a fun story. It is, oh, Batman Beyond, Batman, Omax, Brother Eye. It's really fun. It is essentially a giant what if. Go in, have a great time with it. Not going to have any real impact on the DCU, but I'm having a great time with it. This is what's supposed to lead up to a lot of that, because this is over on Earth 2 as Apocalypse is making his big push to take them back and destroy the planet, essentially. Not having it, but if Future's End has any relevance, it shows that they all have to leave the planet and then go over to Earth 1 as refugees. So, on to Odyssey. We've got a special on this guy, and this is Fraction's new book. It is the Odyssey. It's science fiction's version of Odyssey with all of the roles reversed as far as gender goes. Really strange way of telling the story. The artwork is unique, but it also has, there's not really any bubbles. A lot of captions, a lot of words just floating. It's really interesting, really well done. And we've got a special for you. If you want to try and pick up 1 and 2, they're each $3.99. You can get 1 and 2 for $3.99. That's only through this Saturday. What is that? 7, 8, 9, the 10th of February. So you've already got one. You're going to pick up 2. Grab a 1 off the shelf and give it to a friend. Can't beat that. Try Odyssey. I really enjoyed it. This was another one I really enjoyed. Boom and Archaea. I'd guess they're owned by Boom now, or they're joining forces. It's a steampunky / medieval story of a small boy who is covered in feathers. No one else is like him. There's essentially the slums, and then there is the palace. At the end of the day, the little kid with feathers, who is almost a hero to the slums, and the little girl who is like the princess of the behind the walled city, come together for this playful, really fun, steampunky, Victorian / medieval type thing. Really worth checking out. Fade Out, 1950s, Hollywood, behind the scenes, people dying, stuff getting covered up. Where should we stop back and Fade Out? Men of Wrath, Jason Aaron, if you guys are not reading Southern Bastards, you should. Men of Wrath should be right up there. Not quite as good, but great. The Wrath family is just cursed with this most aggressive nature and always seem to fall into the worst situations. We're following around an older man who kills for a living and ultimately is given the choice, not really a choice because he's going to do it, he's given the opportunity to kill his own son for 10 grand. And he takes it. Great Jason Aaron, lots of twists. I thought this was going to be the end of it, but it looks like there's more. And what's great about him, especially Southern Bastards in this one, is you're following certain characters and they're disposable. Things change so frequently. It's really good. I like the storytelling because we so often rely on just having those characters there. So try Men of Wrath, definitely try Southern Bastards. The trade is out. Birthright, I think this surprised a lot of us. Young boy goes missing, ends up in a fantasy world where he grows into adulthood as a savior, comes back, only a year has passed with his parents. Father believes him, brother wants to believe him, mother doesn't believe them at all. Says he's here to defeat 5 evil warlords who have fled to Earth, and he's the only one who can stop them and save Earth. We get to meet one of them in here, and of course there's always flashbacks to him as a kid in that fantasy world, and that's probably my favorite part. God Hates Astronauts. It's just funny, why not? There's a trade that takes place before this, but it's wrong, and ridiculous. So you have to be in the mood for something that's just slapstick over the top. But God Hates Astronauts, really, really fun. New Spider-Man trade comes out this week. And of course, Chuck Dixon was reviving his Winter World. Here is the new volume. So you can get those as well. Don't forget the book club, Lock and Key, on the 8th. And we will see you guys there.